Technical issue there. You can see that Rayners is now in the lead with LH in second, Kudriti in third, Liam in fourth, Carter in fifth, Nismo in sixth, Benjamin Cardiff in seventh, Magnus in eighth, Evil Hunter in ninth, Duro in 10th, Correct Savant in 11th, Green Ace in 12th, DB in 13th, Apex in 14th, Jason Woodhouse in 15th. Now there was a connection issue which I actually threw myself into a blue screen, and I do apologise to our viewers about that. What I'll do now is I'll try and jump back onto the stream on my phone, get the details up and put it back on. So bear with me a few minutes while I do that. Right, that's done. I do apologise to all our viewers intensely, as we are behind the safety car. And what I'll do now, I will jump on board with Rayners, as Rayners is our leading our train. I will go through the details of the circuit again for those people who missed it at the beginning, and because this is part 2, it is quite important that we do have that. And again, I am really sorry about the technical issue that we had, but I'm back on. We're back racing, and it looks like the glitch has actually sorted itself out. I'm not too sure what happened there. So here we are, we have the safety cars out. Let's leave them to that business. So Baku city centre as a city circuit in Azerbaijan is 6.003 kilometers long. It is 3.37 miles long. 20 corners, 12 to the left, 8 to the right. Basically was out first called the European Grand Prix back in 2016. That was when the first race was held, and then it got changed to Azerbaijan Grand Prix in 2017. Obviously this is F2, so F2 is slightly different. F2 has been racing here since 2017 itself, with the old GP2 racing here back in 2016. It is the second longest circuit in the F1 calendar, right after Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Tyres do get worn out quite a lot here. It is a high wearing tyre circuit, especially if you're cutting those curbs, because the curbs do tear into those tyres. Again, we're going to be watching LH, Rayners, Apex, Carter, Evil Hunter and Quadruti, who are the top 6. There are 60 points between top and bottom, so it is going to be quite a significant battle, especially if Rayners does one over on LH today. And the safety car is in, so Rayners is going to be using this opportunity now to weave in and out, get the tyre heat up, and we'll see how he does on this safety car restart. So it'll be quite interesting to see how all these drivers handle this. As you can see, Green Ace has got a penalty. Let's have a look. Let's bring up the track map, because we do like that. Tyre status at the moment, so a mixture of super softs and mediums for all our drivers. And here we are, we're back racing, and it has been, Carter's moved up, battling it with Liam, and they're back and forth between the two drivers. Liam's doing really well with the BWT. It could actually be good points for both drivers. We'll see them jumping the gap on the Univitosi. because Apex is at the bottom. He's in the pits again. Putting on the super soft tyres there to catch up. So we're on lap 4 of 15 right now. Quad Duty is looking to make a move against LH. Now this is a tough circuit to get past until you get onto the back straight. It's never been easy. It's always the technical parts is where you are going to be focusing on the battles, because one little mistake could actually see a big change in the race. As we're looking up and down to see what the next battle. I think Magnus is about to make a move on Nismo. Now I know Magnus will take a personal pride on getting himself up past Nismo. I remember seeing a battle between these two drivers in the past, and let's just say the outcome was not great. So there might be a little bit of personal issue on this, and the timing screen has gone as LH has got Quad Duty has got past LH. As far as LH has slipped in behind Quad Duty to pick up the tow, it looks like LH is going to be making a move back on Quad Duty, going around the outside onto the curves, but it looks like Quad Duty has managed to hold off LH as they come around turn 2. The battles are still there. LH is not giving up. It's fantastic to see. We can see this battles down further down. We've got Drew, who is all over the back of Evil Hunter, but there is a train here of cars just looking to get past. Can Drew make the in? He doesn't. He gives off a little bit of braking, but Evil Hunter hits the wall and Drew makes the most of that mistake. So Evil Hunter now is down to 10th. Jason Woodhouse is actually looking to make a move, as Jason Woodhouse he's got past him. Absolutely fantastic move by Jason Woodhouse. Evil Hunter is slipping down the pack quite easily. You've got to remember the top 8 do get reversed, so Benjamin Carter, if he holds up position, will be starting pole, and Nismo is looking to make a move past Carter. Nismo's been catching up with Carter quite a bit. Don't want to be sticking one in on the inside of turn 15 there. That is a dangerous place to make an overtake. And Magnus makes a 2-car overtake. Absolutely fantastic. Did not expect that from the young Norwegian lad. Absolutely fantastic. And Quad Duty and LH have done a switch again on the back straight. Well, sorry, the home straight. Absolutely brilliant between these two. These two drivers not going to give, but what they're doing now is they're basically opening the gap up for Rayner as the virtual safety car comes in. Our virtual safety car, what is that for? We've got Carter and Drew both jumping in the pits. Is it just a standard pit stop, or is this for a wing change? It looks like it is a wing change for Drew and for Carter by the looks of it. And we have someone else coming into the pits. No, it just looked like the team was running out. It's quite important that drivers remember not to cross that pit lane line, because it can cause a penalty, especially during safety cars. As a virtual safety car has left us a moment ago, and the battles are back on. Quad Duty will not be arrested until he gets past LH and makes the gap close down to Rayner. Now LH and Quad Duty could think smart here and work together to get that gap closed into Rayner, because Rayner is on the super soft tyres, which does mean that he has got advantage at the moment. but that will have to change when Rayner does decide to pit. Now the pit strategy would be a one-stop pit, I would think, from the super soft to the mediums at roughly about lap 8. That would be my preferred choice, maybe lap 7 for some drivers. The mediums will not last twice as long as the super softs, but they will last a lot longer. And we've got one car in. Rayner has come into the pits on lap 6, so change over to a set of mediums, and then he will be finishing the race on that set of tyre. So Magnus, Liam, Quadruti, LH have all jumped on front. A lot of drivers have jumped in front already. Jason Woodhouse with the freshest medium tyres, apart from Carter and Drew and Rayner, of course, will be looking to see if he can, what he can do with these tyres. As Quadruti and LH still battling it out for that, what is now the lead of the race. So Ben Cardiff has jumped up into 9th, but he was in the pits. Just having a look to see what the next battles is. It just looks like Quadruti and LH. I think they might have just got into the stem of things now, where they are going to be thinking about preserving these tyres now for as long as they can, so they get the best effective use out of the super softs. As we'll throw up the leader time. So Rayner is 24 seconds behind the race leaders so far. Now Quadruti has closed down that gap onto LH quite significantly. Evil Hunter has moved up against Jason Woodhouse. Magnus is sitting in 4th so far. He's still got a bit of work to do to get himself into the top 3, because Rayner will be coming in. Rayner in 7th. It doesn't look like he's closing the lead down. And Green Ace has got past Rayner. How did that happen? And Rayner is trying to answer back. Rayner on the inside. Green Ace pushes him a little bit there on the inside. And there's a safety car. Safety car is out. I think Drew has crashed. This is going to be a difficult decision for these medium tyre holders. LH, Quadruti, Liam, Magnus, Evil Hunter will be thinking whether to pit or not. Do they think that those super soft tyres can last that long? But it will actually help out quite a lot to Rayner. A cheap pit stop is a great pit stop to have, but with the F2 cars, it is a long pit stop. So I'm gonna jump on board with LH. If he decides to jump in the pits, I'll go on board with Rayner to see how close he gets to gaining P1 again. Safety car will be out for a few laps, giving a chance of all the drivers to catch up. And it does look like, I know LH has decided to stay out, and Quadruti pits. Now this is interesting. A different choice of strategy, even though they're both on the same tyre. All the drivers in front of Rayner have pitted apart from LH. Now will Quadruti get out before LH? before Rayner. I see where Rayner is coming around. And Quadruti managed to hold, get in front, but those super soft tyres have got to last 7 laps. So a very good, a quick pit stop there for Quadruti, using a safety car to his best effect. If it came a lap late, if the safety car came a lap later, I think it would have been more beneficial for the medium tyres to pit. Whether now it is on that cusp edge, we're not too sure which would be the better strategy. But LH will be losing a lot of ground now. I will need to think about pitting. Quadruti is right behind them, and Rayner is also on the same straight right now. This battle has got very interesting indeed. The interesting battle would be between Quadruti and Rayner. And LH throws himself into the pits. Let's change over to Quadruti. Now, I am going to check something because yeah, a few speed in the pit lane for DB. Green Ace with two collisions, giving himself a time penalty. I would like to know what happened to Kairos for that accident to happen. It sounds like it might have been Green Ace collision. And Nismo blocking the pit lane has caused a disqualification. Oh wow, I didn't even see that happen. I was so focused on what's going on at the top, I didn't see that happen. Oh, it's just come up on the information board now. But that happened 5 laps ago, by what it's saying on my screen just then. Oh, this happened a couple of laps ago. Was it? Oh, let me go back. I do apologise, guys. Lap 5, and we're on lap 10 now. See, race control is putting out the information now, so I think there is a timing glitch with the information I am receiving. So where is LH sitting at the moment? LH is sitting at 8th at the moment. He has got the freshest tyres along with Magnus, Eva Hunter and Liam. Quadruti also with very fresh super soft tyres, and Rayner with those medium tyres. Now those medium tyres will be at point when they are at the best in another 2-3 laps maybe, and that's when they start overtaking performance wise over the super softs. It'll be quite interesting to see how this race ends. We got to have one more lap of the safety car, I believe, and we just got our first comment on the new stream. And Green Ace hit my rear end, spun me. He joined mid corner, going through the castle circuit. I overtook him, and he hit me and lost my rear end. Right, yeah, I kind of guess it was Green Ace's fault when I looked at the instance there, Cairo. Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, so it was a collision between Cairo and Green Ace. Green Ace basically ending Cairo's race for an instance at the castle section. Green Ace has been in and out of the lobby due to connection, and completely understand the fault will be on Green Ace for that. He has got 5 second time penalty for it, which he can't serve under a safety car. But I will be expecting the safety car to be coming in on this lap. I would expect it. May not happen with the with Green Ace being so far back. But I would not be expecting any more necessary mandatory pits to happen. I do believe everybody has pitted. So. Here we are with let's see whether the safety car is in or not. And the safety car is in on this lap. The safety car is in on this lap. Again, we don't get the information in the bottom corner like we normally do. But this is now Quad Duty now having to think about holding all those cars back. I'm actually going to jump on board with Rayner. Oh, this view is absolutely fantastic. Look at that view. The only I would love to go to Baku just to stand at top of a Maiden Tower, just to see that kind of view. And here we go. We're back racing again, and we have 4 laps left to go for the end of the race. 4 intense laps where we could see drivers like LH44 pushing through the pack to get higher up, or holding off and waiting for the end of the race to get an advantage in the sprint race. I'm not too sure what he would actually go for. We have right now Rayner is sticking behind Quad Duty. All he's got to do is keep up with him and wait for those tyres to die off. And I'm not too sure whether with the long safety car that we've had, I'm not too sure whether it's whether those tyres will go over the cliff or not. And Quad Duty is building up that gap. There's gaps already forming. LH has made a move on Ben Cardiff to get into 6 and is hounding Carter. We've got Evil Hunter, who on the softer tyres is right behind Rayner. Rayner is going to be thinking carefully now about his moves. Quad Duty has got 2 seconds over Rayner, so he has got a healthy gap. Magnus still at eyesight of Evil Hunter. Will be picking up DRS when that happens. And LH going past Carter. It's side by side right now. And let's see how they go into turn 1. LH braking a little bit earlier than Carter, but Carter had to brake a little bit more to make sure he could get through. LH did leave gap there on the outside just in case Carter went round with him, but he didn't. And we do have yellow flag in sector 1. Jason Woodhouse has left the session. I think that's a connection issue. We have had connection issue with him and Green Ace so far. jump back on board with Evil Hunter, who is looking to make a move past Rayner. Rayner is squeezing Evil Hunter as much as he can and makes it work. The Univitosi driver is doing fantastically on the defensive, leaving Quadruti to run away with it. Everybody who actually said that Quadruti was going to win this race is well done to them. Rayner being second looks like a good possibility, but do not rule LH out. He is actually closing this gap so much. He is now 1.2 seconds behind Magnus, and LH has got, I would probably say, driver to driver ability, LH is probably the best driver on the grid. Very close second would be Quadruti and Rayner, so I would say he has got the inept to actually do this. You can see Rayner right in front of him. I don't think Quadruti is in reach, but Magnus, they're doing really well, looking to make the move past Evil Hunter. Evil Hunter in eye shot of Rayner. I don't think the move is going to happen in this lap, as they are on lap 14. 2 laps left to go. 2 laps left of the feature race. Quadruti could actually basically pull over, have a little bit of a sunbathe, and still win this. And the gap he's actually building right now is absolutely phenomenal. Evil Hunter is closing in on the gap. There is DRS. Rayner is defended so well, and Evil Hunter goes around the outside. Wheel to wheel action between these two drivers, and Rayner gets a better line there. Both drivers giving each other a bit of space for the corners, and I think, oh, a bit of a wheel to wheel touch there. I don't think that was anything important, but Magnus is automatically in there for the mix. He tried to get there before the castle section, and Magnus breaks a little bit more than necessary to make sure you can get through into the castle section. And LH is going to be pouncing on Magnus very shortly. You can see that he's lining this move up. He's been working on this for the last lap and a half. Ever since he passed Carter, he's been eyeing this move on Magnus all the way around. He could be making it happen on this part of the race, but it looks like Magnus got a really good exit through turn 16 as he is hammering through. Magnus so close to making a move past Evil Hunter. Evil Hunter closing in on Rayner, and Rayner on those medium tyres. These super soft tyres will be getting to the last of effectiveness, and Evil Hunter is through. I can see Rayner's got a bit of wing damage, and Magnus is through. Both cars steamed through Rayner, and LH is joined the battle with Rayner. Rayner dropping down to 4th. LH makes a move past Rayner. Rayner knows he can't pit with that wing damage, but he will have to keep battling. Now LH has got 2 drivers in front of him to get himself into second. Magnus looking to size up the move on Evil Hunter. Goes on the outside. Had to brake a bit much there to make sure he didn't crash, because Evil Hunter did not give him the room to go on the outside. Absolutely fantastic. Jump into this view because we can see all 4 cars who are basically battling for second. I don't think Rayner is able to get up to second, but he could capitalise on a mistake that anybody makes, because this is the last lap, the final lap, and there's a bit of damage. I can't see who that was on. I think that might have been Magnus. Yeah, Magnus loses a bit of his wing, so this could mean that LH could be taking it. Been an outstanding drive by Quadruti today. Evil Hunter is now pretty much clear away from Magnus. Magnus is going to hold out because LH is looking to make that move before the finish line. Does Magnus have enough in him to actually stay in front? As Kwadjuti has crossed the line. Evil Hunter coming in second. LH pips Magnus right at the last moment. Absolute fantastic overtake at the end there. Magnus did not have any room to go. Rayner comes in fifth. Carter in sixth. We've got Green Ace coming in seventh. So Green Ace had to drop down. Correct Savant in seventh. Ben Cardiff in eighth. Green Ace sits in ninth. Apex, next driver to go over the line in 10th. Oh no, he goes into 9th. And DB. I wonder why Green Ace has been dropped so much. And there we have it. DB gets 10th, Green Ace 9th. Evil Hunter driver of the day. I can't disagree with that. But big shouts out to drivers such as Magnus and LH. LH's overtake at the end. Magnus's double overtake, absolutely fantastic to see. Love seeing these kind of battles. As we're now moving over into the sprint race. I would like to say thank you to everybody who's watching this so far. I do apologise about the glitch we had from the last stream. Hopefully we can get drivers on board, give us a little comment about what happened to their race. And there we have it. I think it was just a glitch. Green Ace is down in 11th, Apex in 9th, DB in 10th. Jason Woodhouse in 12th. We have DNFs for Liam, Drew, Cairo, and a disqualification for Nismo. Be quite interested to see why that happened with Nismo. But that is the feature race there for us. Race directed dead quick. Incidents, let's have a look. Speed in the pit lane. Leading terminal damage. And a few things for correct savants, which was just warnings by the looks of it. So now we're getting up to the sprint race. Sprint race is slightly shorter. I do believe it is 12 laps, if I remember rightly. It is designed to be for the medium tyres to go all the way. So I am thinking it is between 10 and 12 laps. We'll see in a moment. Now, this is a crucial point now because Kwadjuti has got did get quite a lot of points over LH, Rayner, and Apex on that race. Evil Hunter also did well as Magnus. So we could be seeing Kwadjuti getting ever so closer to those top 3 drivers. As we have got a few drivers that we're waiting for to join up again. And the formation lap again. So Ben Cardiff is in pole with correct savant in second, Carter in third. We have Rayner in fourth, Magnus in fifth, LH in sixth, Evil Hunter in seventh, Kwadjuti in eighth, Apex in ninth, DB in 10th, Green Ace in 11th, Jason Woodhouse in 12th, Liam in 13th. We've got Drew in 14th, Cairo is 15th, and Nisbet in 16th. Sprint race is 11 laps long. 11 laps doesn't sound a lot, but it is a long circuit. So far we are looking at, let's have a look. I don't believe everybody should be on the medium tyre. Oh, Apex and Jason Woodhouse with the Super Soft as DB and Green Ace to get disqualified from the warm-up, the tyre warm-up, the formation lap. Unbelievable. Will be quite interesting to see how this pans out over 11 laps. We may see a few people dropping in the pits with wing damage. As we are waiting for all these drivers to go, I don't think we need to watch that too much. Position change will be the one I will be leaving on my screen, because then we can see how things happen and how things move up and down the grid. So now we've got Ben Cardiff leading the way. He has just stormed off. He did not warm his tyres up too much there. Now he's slowing right down to warm his tyres up. Before the computer to AI takes over. And there we go. Took over now. As we see DB and Green Ace there sitting on the grid like two little naughty boys that they are. Drivers filling up the grid. Let's hopefully we don't get the same glitch we got earlier. I want a good view of the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. They're out and away we go, and that's the start of the sprint race. I'm just going to drop this to say so you can see the action live, as we've got a few people who've ghosted already. Hopefully you haven't got any issues through these first two turns. Well, everybody starts getting into their lines. A lot of ghosted drivers through there. Let's jump on board. Let's bring up the details. Jump on board. The drivers. Rayner is fourth. It's actually possibly third because Carter is behind him. Carter did start fourth. Magnus in sixth. We've got Evo Hunter in seventh. Duty in eighth. These are one up, I will be honest. There we go. Sorted. So we've got Correct Savant in first. Ben Cardiff in second. Rayner in third. Carter in fourth. Evil Hunter in fifth. Trying to make a move past Carter already. Good Duty in sixth. Already past Magnus and LH. Evil Hunter and Good Duty have done an outstanding job already, jumping up through the grid. Evil Hunter is a man on a mission right now. Duty is sizing up Carter to see where the next move is. Evil Hunter and Ben Cardiff are switching places. Carter gets a good view of that, and Carter follows Evil Hunter. Can he do both of them into turn one? He gets through turn one. Does he stick it? He gives us plenty of space for Evil Hunter and has to hold back in. And I think that's showing a few bit of glitchiness there. Let's try. Cars are ghosted. So showing Quad Duty and Correct Savant in 7 and 8. This is not quite right, this is it, because we know Quad Duty is in 8th. Not showed Apex is in 1st. This is absolutely bizarre. Right, Quick Savant is in 2nd. Rayner in 1st. Rayner has managed to get past Quick Savant and started to open the gap up already. Eva Hunter has to close in that gap a lot quicker to start making moves against Rayner. Carter is sliding all over the show, and let's Quad Duty and Magnus get past. Magnus making the move, trying to make a move past Quad Duty. Now Magnus and Quad Duty are quite good friends. They do battle quite a lot on various races. They were teammates last season and came 3rd and 4th and 2nd in the Constructors Championship last season. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're up there in the mix. And Apex is right behind Magnus now. Now there is a bit of a timing glitch here, and I hope it sorts itself out soon, because Apex has made a move against Magnus, and Magnus has got it back. Absolute fantastic battle between them two drivers, and it's great to see that we're on lap 3 and still no one has actually crashed out, which is thank goodness for all to know, because they are all within 20 seconds of each other. Rayner leading the way. He's got 2 seconds over Quick Savant, who is battling it hard with Evil Hunter. Evil Hunter makes a move past Quick Savant, and does that give Quad Duty the opportunity to make the move past Quick Savant as well? Liam has a 3-second time penalty. That's fine. It happens. That's for probably cutting corners. And Quad Duty gets past Correct Savant on the entry to the castle section. Brave move indeed there by Quad Duty, but he does not want to be leaving Evil Hunter to get too much of a lead and get out of DRS. Absolutely fantastic race here already, as Magnus is looking to get past Correct Savant. There will be a DRS train here all the way from Evil Hunter right down to Apex, and then from Carter and Benjamin Carter getting a DRS there from Carter. So there'll be a few battles there, and Magnus has made the move past Correct Savant, and he does not have DRS. Rayner with the fastest lap so far with 153.9. Fantastic lap by Rayner. Rayner storming ahead with Evil Hunter and Quad Duty still battling between themselves for 2nd. Bit like a replay of the end of the feature race, with these two battling it out at the end. Rayner needing to work so hard to keep that gap open. As Magnus starts to lose time, and Apex is closing in a little bit more there, and it looks like LH has dropped out of the points at the moment. He has got damage to his front wing. I wonder where that happened, but that will have a major effect on his ability to handle some of the faster corners. Again, he's a little bit wayward there, clipping the wall. And this, we're up 8 places into 8th. Capitalising on mistakes that people have made. And Correct Savant down at 13th. I think he might have had to dive in the pit for some reason. But this is Rayner in 1st, Evil Hunter in 2nd, with Quad Duty in 3rd. I'm expecting Quad Duty to try and make a move in this part of the race now. as he should have DRS. DRS is open. Let's see if he can make the move happen before turn 1. He won't make the move happen before turn 1, but he can get this. If he gets a good exit on turn 2, the DRS zone is there as well, and he can make a move into turn 3. Fantastic approach there by Quadruti. Quadruti with the DRS open, looking to make a move before turn 3 if possible. In the inside he goes. Gives the space to Evo Hunter, who will have to get the space back to Quadruti go through the next corner. And Quadruti makes that move stick. Now Magnus will be looking for an opportunity to get past Evo Hunter to get himself on the podium for the sprint race. Now DB has DNF. DB is out of the race. Luckily we do not have a safety car, but I do believe that is on the right by the pit exit that he crashes in turn 1. So Magnus is still looking to get past Evo Hunter, as I'm looking down to see whether we don't have any more significant battles right now, but Nismo does look like he could be getting onto the back of Ben Cardiff shortly, whereas LH is making moves back up the grid. It's never too late to see LH move up through the pack, hopefully being able to start moving into the top 5 if possible. And Nismo starts to lose the gap to Ben Cardiff, as Magnus now, he will get DRS on Evo Hunter. He will get DRS off of Quadruti. Will the gap close up? There we go. The gap closes up. These three are still battling it out, and Rayners is still building on that lead. We are at the halfway point of the race, and Liam has retired. Liam has crashed. Has he crashed out? No, I think Liam has. Yes, he has. He crashed out, and we got a safety car. Now, the safety car is not what we want to see for drivers such as Rayners. Rayners with a massive lead there, losing out that time difference. So we go past it. He must have clipped the wall. I think Ericsson hit him, because that is exactly where Grosjean blamed Ericsson for hitting him. So that gap that Rayners built up massively over the 6 laps is now back down. With the safety car being out, this will come out for a few laps. Hopefully not too many laps, because we want to see a battle. The Green Ace in the pits. I think Greg Savant is going to get past him. And he does. Alright. As we look into the racing director. So, a few collisions. Exceeding track limits, more collisions. 10 more damage for Liam. Exceeding track limits, 5-second penalty for Green Ace. Not what we want to see. Evo Hunter has jumped into the pits. Evo Hunter did have the super soft tyres, but like we've got drivers such as LH, who's jumped in the pits, and he will get put on the super soft tyres now. LH has got a bit of work to do to catch up, but the safety car will allow that to happen. So Rayners could possibly still win the sprint, with Quadruti sitting in second, Magnus in third currently, Carter in fourth, Ben Cardiff in fifth. Fantastic performance by him. Nisman managed to work his way through the field, capitalise on all mistakes people have done. In sixth we've got Apex in seventh, Evil Hunter in eighth, LH in ninth. I will be expecting these three drivers to start pushing their way through the pack, possibly. Drew in 10th, we've got Cairo in 11th, Jason Woodhouse in 12th, Correct Savant in 13th, and Green Ace in 14th. Green Ace back in the pits. So we are waiting to find out when the safety car is going to come in. I think it will come in next lap because the drivers are still all over the track. We haven't bunched them up yet, as we've got 4 laps left remaining of the race, 3 possible competitive laps. This will be an interesting end to the race. Bit of a quiet moment now as all the drivers are thinking about warming those tyres up, ready for the safety car restart. The great thing about the F2 cars are they are pretty much all the same. They are just managed differently. So it is not just down to the driver, but also the team's choice of strategy, whether they're going to choose a slightly different wing setup, or different tyres. And the safety car is still out. We still have a driver who is half a lap away, so which means we are having another lap under the safety car, which means we have 3 laps left and possibly only 2 competitive laps left. We're just still waiting for the Green Ace to catch up. So I don't know what more to say really, but we can go through the position changes. So Rayners is up 3 places, Quadruti up 6, Magnus up 2. Carter up, down 1. Ben Cardiff down 4. Nismo up 10. Apex up 2. Evil Hunter down 1. LH down 3. Drew up 4. Kyra up 4. Jason Hordell's where he started. Correct Savant down 11. Green Ace down 3. Now Nismo has capitalised on mistakes that people have, and he will get the Codemasters driver of the day for this. But we have to give it to drivers such as Rayners for that massive lead he made in the opening 6 laps. Quaduti for that ability to cut through the pack. Magnus has done brilliantly to get P3 so far, and he has got it in him to actually even challenge Quaduti at the front with Rayners. So safety car is in on this lap. Thankfully we're going to have 2 laps of battling to observe, and I won't know where the battles are going to be. I am going to jump on board with Quaduti because Quaduti will be the one to watch. He is looking to make a pass by Rayners is off, and he started well. He caught Quaduti out a little bit but not too much. And Magnus is gaining on Quaduti. Magnus has had a good restart. And we're back racing again with 2 laps left to go. These 2 laps are going to be intense because all the drivers are bunched up. And we can see that Drew has already made a move past LH. I don't know how that has happened, but I am going to jump down there dead quick. Because LH will be looking to get past, as we've got Kyra also looking to get past LH. LH has to stop making these moves up because he will out of the points completely if he doesn't. Nismo is close to Ben Cardiff. I'm expecting Nismo to keep pushing through with these drivers there. Ben Cardiff and Carter they will class themselves as mid-pack racers, but they have done fantastic to hold these higher positions. Magnus is probably waiting for a mistake to happen between Quaduti and Rayners. Quaduti just has to hope the DRS is enabled next lap because that would actually help him out to the end. But these drivers are feeling very nervous. I know Rayners has got a fantastic defensive ability, so he's going to need to put it all out there throughout this whole race to actually make sure that Quaduti does not pip him at the post like LH did to Magnus. And here we go, we are coming up to the final lap of the race. Evil Hunter is up into 6th, he's getting back there. And Evil Hunter is looking to close in on Ben Cardiff. Braking late, these softer tyres has worked well for Evil Hunter. And Nismo tried to squeeze himself past Ben Cardiff, but clips his back wheel, just looks for the gap that wasn't there. Now Apex is going to be looking to make a move past Nismo. Nismo, who had a great start to the race, is now starting to lose it because Druo and Apex both passed them at the same time. Oh! I do not know, I'm just saying, 3 car wide going up to turn 3. Nismo pushes into Apex, who then ends up spinning out in front and takes off Drew's front wing. Kyra capitalises on that mistake. For some reason Nismo's got no damage to his front wing, and Nismo rams the back of Cairo. Drew with no front wing whatsoever is gonna have to put up a hell of a fight to keep Cairo from overtaking him. LA is stuck behind Nismo. He just needs to get past Nismo to get points. A little bit of a careless turn there from LH. Nismo goes very wide on that corner there. I mean, really wide to actually keep the speed. Nismo hitting off the walls either side. As Rayner crosses the line with Magnus in second. Carter in third. Ben Cardiff in fourth. Eva Hunter in fifth. Cairo in sixth. Drew in seventh. Nismo in eighth. Quadruti down at ninth. I wonder what happened to Quadruti then. I did not see that because I was so focused on what happened with Apex and Drew with Nismo. I can't believe it. Cairo driver of the day. I was going to give it to Quadruti until he ended up further down the grid. I'm going to have to personally give it to Rayner. Rayner had a fantastic race, defended so well. And look at him skipping there onto the podium. A well deserved win there for Rayner. Eva Hunter did absolutely fantastic again throughout LH. Unfortunately, was unable to capitalise on any mistakes in that end there. But Quadruti, what happened? I'm going to have a quick look. I've had no new comments, and let's go through the final standings of the race. We've got Rayner in first, Magnus in second, Carter in third. Fantastic performance by Carter. Ben Cardiff in fourth, Eva Hunter in fifth, Cairo in sixth. Absolutely fantastic driver for Cairo. Drew in seventh. We have Nismo in eighth. Managed to scrape that last point because Quadruti somehow ended up tumbling down. I'm not too sure how. LH in 10th. We've got Correct Savant in 11th. Apex in 12th. Jason Woodhouse in 13th. Green Ace in 14th. Liam in 15th. DB in 16th. Who actually DNF'd. But an epic race. Absolutely fantastic run. Well, that's the end of that race. This is this 9th and 10th round of Rayners Racing League of the second season of the F2 League, sponsored by Sim Racer Coin. Sim Racer Coin is a cryptocurrency designed to reward drivers such as Rayner and Magnus if they do manage. Well, Quadruti and LH got their racing points for the got Sim Racer Coins for the last season. Absolutely fantastic effort from them, but it's designed to reward those drivers with currency to spend on other racing equipment such as monitors, steering wheel, seats, that kind of thing. It was fantastic to see. Let's see if there's Ben Cardiff, loved that. Ben, absolutely fantastic drive from yourself. Alright, but I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. We'll be back next week. I will, bear with me one moment while I bring up the information for next week. So next week is that one of a crowd favourite is Austria. Austria is fantastic. 10 corners of pure speed. And we've got loads of information about Austria to share with you guys, and we will be looking forward to that. This has been Rayners Racing League. I've been Ferret172, giving you the commentary. I would say good night to all, and thank you very much for joining me. Thank you to all the drivers today who have done fantastic with the race. You got Sizen saying USA tomorrow. That's USA for tomorrow for the race, for the MNR race tomorrow. That is at USA. Please tune in for that. That will be Rayner who'll be running the commentary. That'll be live through his Facebook feed. an absolutely outstanding racing league at MNR. But thank you very much for joining me, and good night.